The man suddenly realized that his body was shrinking. His wedding ring had inexplicably slipped off. At first, Paul didn't pay much attention, but as time passed, he continued to shrink, eventually becoming the size of a mosquito. The spiders and insects around the house grew into monstrous, terrifying giants in his eyes. Paul had visited the hospital, but all tests came back normal. His bones, his blood, everything seemed fine. With no medical solution and mounting bills, he had no choice but to return home to recuperate. Soon, he had shrunk to the size of a cat. To protect herself, his wife reluctantly tossed him outside. Yet when Paul saw his wife and daughter sleeping comfortably in bed, he felt a surge of rage. She treated him as a burden rather than a family member. As the days passed, Paul shrank further, taking refuge in his daughter's toy playhouse. At first, he thought this would let him stay close to her without needing to work, but soon he couldn't even leave the bed. His wife, terrified of crushing him, placed him carefully on the sheets. The more he tried to climb up, the more humiliated he felt. The next day, he fashioned a makeshift climbing system with a fishing hook and string, but, to his horror, the cat his wife had thrown outside had returned. In his now microscopic eyes, the cat was a terrifying behemoth. Panicked, he tried to flee, cutting himself on the hook, while the cat crouched, ready to strike. He grabbed an embroidery needle to defend himself. But he was no match for the predator, and he tumbled into the basement. Hearing his wife calling his name, Paul shouted desperately, but his voice was now too tiny to be heard. Seeing the cat return, his wife finally realized the situation was serious. That night, Paul wrapped himself in a tattered cloth and endured the basement's dangers alone. The next day, his daughter's cries rekindled his hope. But while searching for food, he discovered cheese and mouse traps left by his wife. He tossed aside the embroidery needle and ate heartily, unaware that danger lurked nearby. Realizing that the basement was crawling with spiders, Paul sought refuge in a cardboard box. He soaked it in water, ripped open a small hole, and barricaded it with nearby objects, surviving the night. But in the days that followed, the house above was eerily silent. His wife and daughter had apparently accepted his death. Yet he continued to shrink, now even smaller than the spiders. Grabbing his embroidery needle to fend off the arachnids, he suddenly found himself facing a shocking, dramatic turn of events.